Good morning. How are you? I'm here to ask you a few questions. I want them answered immediately. Who is your daddy and what does he do? Ah, 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 ah. Hi, you live. I'm Liv too. We're living together. As the volume. Volume. Okay, this is gonna get loud. Volume. Yeah, okay. All right, it's working. Hi. I'm Elliot. From Elliot. Born and raised. And they mow the lawns in like my neighborhood, my apartment complex on Thursdays and Fridays. In the morning, like fucking morons. I've got a hate on for light and sound pollution. So let's just say I'm on my way out of the city finally. Thank God. Literally. So I didn't really plan on it, but I usually spend like probably the first few hours. No, okay, let's be specific because it's really all day. I usually spend like the first hour or two of every day just singing and dancing. Mostly singing these days, but these things, they happen in cycles. Oh my. Yeah, so I was like, fuck it. I still want to do that. And it bugs me. And so Thursdays, Fridays, I shut my like balcony doors and I blocks out the sun a little bit just by the glass. And I don't know, it's lame. So if I'm going to be inside and with the balcony closed, singing, I thought I'd do it with you. Why not? Also, I didn't really finish. Get it? Because undone. The landscape portal thing yesterday, so whatever. If you're new to me, then hi, welcome, and I'm really surprised you're here, but really happy too. And if I'm familiar, then no preface need be necessary. But I'm different. And if you're looking for something straightforward here, you're not going to find it. I'm very curvy. I'm going to talk a little. I'm going to sing a little. And probably laugh too. Not unordinary is it for me to be laughing by myself ish, because you're there too. So it says like tarot and astrology, but like I'm not gonna timestamp shit. I don't know when I'm gonna get to what. The way I like to imagine people watching or listening to these videos that I make is kind of like, I don't know, while they're cooking or just hanging out, like doing something, even if it's just like chilling on the couch, like you're having a conversation with a friend. And that would be a good kind of tack to take, because there's never really a point, or rather the point will never be made on a screen. Pointer. All right. I'm going to start with a song or two or three, and then I'll probably do tarot about something. Probably love, because that's what everything is about. So why the twin flame readings across the nation is so teasing. Because it's like, what's a twin flame? It's just like, you ever like really want to love someone and be loved too? Kind of like the way that you love. Twin flame. Or everybody. My hang up is people just don't try and get better at loving. Like it's a thing that just gets like a box that gets checked. Vaginas are not boxes that just get checked. I told you I'd laugh. All right. I pushed play random on my karaoke playlist thing. So, you know what? I will lift it a little because I keep punching. And mom, this man does not like to hunch. Plus, I want the dream catch on the screen a little bit so it catches you. Oh, yes. My puppy just gave a nice big stretch. Hi. All right, so you probably know this one. Tease. What, me a good one? I prefer singing with them, but we live in a copyrighted world. Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us, above us only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for. No religion to imagine no people living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us and the world will. I take myself very seriously. What you see on the camera is pretty much me all the time. Except when I'm depressed. I'm just gonna let that hang. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. You may say that I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday the new join us and the world will live as one. Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger. There are doves, men. Imagine all the people sharing each other. You may say that I'm just dreaming, but I'm not dreaming alone. I hope someday you'll join me and the world that's you as one. Yeah, I really love. I said this before in other videos, but like, we live in a world where parenting is defunct and left with lots to be desired. Huh. That's weird. Slash done. And that said, that's more like it. I'm awful at doing more than one thing at a time. That sex joke in your mind, scratch that shit, because I'm just doing one thing. Namaste. What up? Strong and proud. Fuck, I love this medium, especially this platform, for being just like a fuck you with my every word. Not like you, but just norms. It's gonna go social norms, like cultural norms, and like all the fucking norms. Yeah. I mostly learned. I've never really had a teacher. Everything that I know, I taught myself, which sounds kind of audacious, but I don't want to think about it because it just depresses me. Okay, like someone taught me to tie my shoes. My dad kind of helped me learn to ride my bike, like a bike for the first time. He was still kind of around then. I was like 4 or 5. And he taught me to whistle. It's one of my first, earliest memories. Much to blame for a lot of misdirected love and appreciation for him, which I just circle back to with more love. My mom never shut me up when I sang along in the car or anywhere. I don't think I've ever listened to the radio and not sung along. So till the age of like 16, 17, 16. That's a lot of not shutting up. And I'm really grateful for her for that. For the synchronicity and the gift. The world is so funny. Gravity's a bitch. I don't really speak in English. I don't really speak in human. Pretty much everything I say is light language. So if like I say shit that doesn't make sense, but it makes you smile, take the smile. If it makes your eyebrows furrow with a
What's he talking about?
Take that. That's fucking wicked too. And why I was saying that is, and if you're just chilling and hanging out and talking back, then it's because I love singing along with people. I was part of like my school / church choir when I was like a kid, but that was like probably for like a year because I don't really commit to things like that for very long. I was part of like I did a few musicals growing up. Singing on my own has been my curse for my coming out of my own creativity in my adult years. I'd say around 10 years ago now. Shit. Thank goodness. As like a foray into living more freely within myself, I did things that I don't normally do. And there was this thing called One Night Stand, a little like Facebook group put together 10 years ago. They had these things called groups in Facebook. I don't know if they still have them. And nobody had 1,000 friends. Anyways, it's just that like people that sang in the shower had like little talents and they wanted to do it on stage for once. So I signed up. I wrote a poem on the subway / bus on the way there because that's how I like to write the day of. And I don't mean that in like a self-depreciating, procrastinating kind of way. That procrastination that I, lived like probably you, with so much guilt and shame over my life is really just a resistance to divine timing and self-rightedness. I wanted to mean exactly what I wanted to say that night, that time. And I knew I just didn't know what I wanted to say. And while I had a bunch of poetry and writings already, it's like, that's not me anymore. And someone someone asked me for a copy of it after my performance so that he could say it at his wedding, like the next weekend. And that still makes my heart smile. But I didn't have a band. I have ADD, man. I don't play any instruments. Because I dance and I use my voice. I've tried learning instruments is basically what I'm saying, but I can't stick to it. Do you know why? Is it because I can't keep my attention? No. It's that the world's a shitty place. Back then. And how could I commit, even unconsciously, my time, my energy, my commitment to plucking strings when there's so much suffering? And even unconsciously, there was no world that I knew I'd live in where if anybody was suffering, that I couldn't abide that. And then while me having some superficially good life, I'm all for gradients. People are different. Not everybody's awesome. That's okay. They're probably awesome to somebody else, which is beautiful. and the way like beautiful things are sown, like fields. And one of you just thought something that totally took me off. Thank you. I love you. Anyways, so I sang a cappella, and for the last few years, anytime like I've performed a few times, like with in, like community talent shows and things like that, and I always just sing a cappella, and it's like really weird to people, but it's like not really weird to people because that's what everyone does by themselves. So they're like, that's weird, and then it's uncannily familiar because I'm also a bit of a loner. I didn't use the same word with an S instead. Go Elliot. So like getting somebody to like play an instrument with me or whatever. To be honest, and this kind of goes into like all my philosophy, and I'll give it to you if it makes the sound that you make, just words. It's not that like I'm such a loner. It's just like it's not good enough. Like I don't want to know people the way I'm supposed to. I don't want to go through all that. If I have an intention to sing, then I want to live in a world where people aren't afraid to tell me that they want to play with me, you know? Or I don't get like fucking fatigued with the small talk of it. And then if one person is going to hang out with another person, then they've got to fit their whole fucking schedules and lives around it. If it's not work, it's whatever they're binging on Netflix. It's great though that when you insist and you don't die and you keep going, you change the world. I'm going to sing. I love you. And then tarot. And when you sing with people, you sing with anything. We're socially conditioned to sing like the way that whatever we hear. And I sung along like the artist for a long time. It's actually more or less how I taught myself to sing. But over the last couple of years, especially over this last year, with the shifts and I'll keep it small and say galaxy / dimensions. I've embraced my own melody, my own voice, and not to sing over a song, but with it. Because you hear me, I kind of sing differently. It's because you know what? I can't actually like I have a great ear for music, but I can't for the life of me when and like these songs I can't remember how they go like other than the way that I sing it, or it feels unnatural like it's someone else's part. And when you learn to sing your own voice, you learn to hear your own voice. And when you can sing your own voice and you can hear your own voice, then you can hear the singing and the voicing that's yours in someone else. And then without trying, you just kind of match. It's like dancing in waveform. That's harmony. And resonance is when you're playing the same song. When you got the same playlist, yo. I would marry Ed Sheeran. I found I found a love for me, darling, just dive right in. I found a girl, she's beautiful and sweet. Oh, I never knew you were waiting for me, 'cause we were just kids when we fell in love, not knowing what it was. I will not give you up, but darling, just kiss me slow. Your heart is all I own, and in your eyes are mine, dancing in the dark with you between my arms, barefoot on the grass, listen to our song. When you said you looked a mess, I whispered underneath my breath, but you heard it. And darling, you look perfect. Alright. Well, I found a woman, she's stronger than anyone I know. She shares my dreams, I hope I'm not sure. I found the love to carry more than just my secrets, to carry love, children of our own. We're still kids, but we're so in love, fighting against all the evils and the odds. I know that it'll be alright. This is how. Just hold my hand, darling. Be my girl, I'll be your man. Our future's in our eyes, dancing in the dark between our barefoot on the grass, listening to our laugh. When I saw you in that dress, you look so beautiful. I don't deserve this, but I do. 'Cause darling, you look perfect tonight, left, right, baby. I'm dancing in the dark with you between my arms. Barefoot on the grass is the only way that we go. So go. And I know what it feels like to meet an angel. Remind me of her. Darling, I deserve you. Deserve to. Let's walk through. Nay. That's weird, man. Basically, I have it playing a playlist, and it's not playing a playlist, it's just being fucking obnoxious. I love you, but if I sing just 6 Ed Sheeran songs in a row, I'm not gonna. Namaste. What the F? All right, I see what's going on here. Well, I see what's going on here. No, no, no. All right. Random fail. 96%. 9:36 a.m. Yeah. Hi, Pink. You know what? Since you're here and you said hi, I'll do a tarot reading for you. Tell me what you want to know about. And thank you for joining me. Yeah, you're welcome. We're tangoing. Thank you. It gets me away with all the other parts of me that are so soothing. I love that question, and I love the way that you asked it. Because, first of all, you're not fucking around. It's like, what do you want to know? What does anybody want to know? I want to know about love, yo. But who's coming in to see me in love is, it's like, that's like the love boat. That's how love travels. All right, so I'm going to pull a few tarot, and then I'll pull a Rumi card. And it is my wish, my desire to smile with you, the outcome. I'll let you know, though, I have a wicked intuition, and I have a good feeling. And that feeling is you entirely. So thanks for not giving in. Thanks for insisting on better. And it's coming. All right. So King of Wands, bottom of the deck. Gangster. This first card. True story, so reshuffling. And then this came out in reverse. So the things that stand out to me the most are the 2 4s, which is 8. So there's a synergy. And truthfully, if this had come up like upright, even just the numbers, I would interpret it with more space in between. Because a 4 and a 4, side by side, they don't look like infinity, but there's something beautiful about that. And then since we're here, 4 wands, 3 swords, and something strong to stand upon, grounded. In medieval times, soldiers would stake their swords before battle literally actually grounding their weaponry. Gosh, I wish that there was more to interpret. I'll pull something else, because if I were to stop here, I would say that, like, this is a vision of the future. You see how the wands are upon almost like a set, and they're not standing on the set. It's seen. It's like a window. Sorry, oh shit, my bad. Like there's like a stage, and then this is before it. So like with faith or not, like a union with another person that feels the way you do is your destination. And it's not faith that's getting you there. It's appropriate to feel hopeless sometimes, because if you don't send those waves out, then source doesn't know that you're not being supported, and that what it's doing isn't good enough yet. So it's not here, but it's your destiny, and what's getting you there is the fire of your heart, that which could never be put out, because when it came close, you just lit more wands. Because what is on the stage also is the garland, I want to say mistletoe, even if it's not mistletoe, just so you can kiss underneath it. This is like divine symbology. I played with words, destination, but it's really your destiny. And then if you're sitting in the seats, watching the stage and seeing the window, like it's not here yet. But is it not here yet? Because if something is destined to happen and you're destined to get there, then maybe you could feel like you're already there. And this is just what it looks like. I reckon that you already do that. And I'm just saying, I do that too. It's powerful. This card never really represents waiting for me. I have a very different and more like critical interpretation of tarot than most. You see how it almost looks like a tomb or a casket, sarcophagus, and the lid is slid open. So, like, that's not a dude, that's a statue, yo. So while this card often means like waiting for most people, for me it means waking up. And it coming in reverse is actually just indicating that this just came to me. Maybe you're looking up when you should be looking down. Imagine or pretend that there's a blind spot. Not even just for people, but for something inside of you that you would 100% serve if it was within your awareness, because you've done that with other things. And it's just sitting there unnoticed, knowing that once it's caught your eye, the healing will occur. And it doesn't have to be dreadful. It can just be a different way of looking at it. Like turning something upside down and being like, oh, I want to, those images of like the old lady and the young woman or something like that, where you just like do your eyes. It's like that. It's just like you turn something upside down and now the tree kind of looks like a tree, but in winter. I don't know. I'm going to pull another card for you. Yeah, girl, I'm so with you on the weight is up. That's basically the insistence. My bad. It's like not good enough. It's like, oh, but maybe you should do this. And you're like, yeah, and get out there. I'm not fucking sitting here telling you that you need to go out and do anything. It's coming to you, just like you're coming to him. And it's got to be easy. Otherwise, it's not what we want, right? Yeah. So at last, I want to, like, this was the bottom of the deck. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Fiery. Just like that kind of charisma or something. Just like as far as, right, exactly. Just like, I'm like, you know what, I'm going to keep this aside and get clarity on it. What up, homie? Look at me reading tarot like a real reader. I'm more of a tarot writer. Oh, thanks for joining me today. You made me smile. Okay. High Priestess came up first. Reverse on the floor. Yeah, I'm going to take that. Reversals don't mean shit. It's like, I'm standing. I'm doing a handstand. What does that mean? You're standing on your feet and you're standing on your hands. That's it. You mean they're the same? No. It's different perspectives. Keep it simple. And then, Queen of Pentacles for me is Virgo. If you have any Virgo happenings, I don't know if you follow Zodiac. And then fascinating, we had the 2 4s, and then we have 2 5s. The the Five of Wands, and the Hierophant, which I think is just cool. And then 5 plus 5 is what, yo? We got Wheel of Fortune number 10. And this clarity around Mr. King of Wands. So I'll come to the Priestess when I feel inclined. Queen of Pentacles. The energy, in my experience with the Queen of Pentacles, is representative of the manifest that you have no control over. So basically, I love this card, and I'm like, ugh. So it's like, that sounds like love. So I want to lean on the positive side of this, is that it's like a divine timing card, which is supported by the Wheel of Fortune. It's like, on the one hand, we don't want to hear that there's nothing that we can do. And on the other hand, it's like awesome to hear that we don't have to do anything, right? So shake hands. And I don't know, embrace your awesome. I have a good feeling. And the quality of relationships on a collective level, which is to say that if you're here, you are not the collective, you are the minority. And the vanguard is always slightly ahead. They do most of the slaying of the demons. And I don't want to say like they reap the rewards sooner than the rest, because it's usually the first will be last. But the work's not done, and loving is the work. And the Wheel of Fortune for the lovers of the world is turning. So it's not so much that there's nothing that you have to do. It's that you've done, you're doing, and you will do. Again, that's like, I don't know, like double-edged sword. In the, feeling empowered and like motivated, but like, oh, cool. Like, and then at the same time, it's like, so do nothing, basically. No, because you don't do nothing. And I just got it, like the insight of this is happening unconsciously with him, whoever he is. I don't know if he's in your life or not. I feel like he is peripherally. Like our first cast, we got the 2 cards, and that was the bottom of the deck. So I feel like he's there peripherally, and I also feel like it's someone that sees you and you don't see him seeing you. Maybe even you think he's not seeing you. This also gave me the idea that there might be like I hate, like a karmic. It just like, I feel like there also might be something that male female interplay. I don't even, like, I take it back, actually, not really so much, but like just his relationship with women in general and love, and his own divine feminine within. Like it's kind of stirring shit up. So if he's looking like dark and broody, might be him. Because he's a leader with his words. He's a leader with his actions. He's the kind of leader that others make a leader, and doesn't consider himself a leader. He's just doing what he has to do. That's not conflict. Do they look like they're in conflict? They could. Another way of looking at it is a bunch of guys trying to set up a teepee with no instruction manual. It's like, oh my God, what are you doing? What? I don't know. You can put it over there. Like, yo, watch your head. Oh, no. All right. So this tells me that maybe he's building courage. Because the structuring is the idea. It's not so much that he's pulling his life apart or putting his life together in form. It's like taking the rawness of like the heart fire, the soul fire, which I'm guessing is actually kind of unconscious or put in terms that are more third dimensional. But within that frame, he's building something. Okay, I'm going to pull one more that is like what this person, whoever it is, thinks about you. And just as a point of reference, just about every true love meets their true love. In other planes before they meet physically. So you may have met them physically already, you may not have. But but you know how you feel about them. You've pretty much felt that way about them your whole life. And you've tried to get there with every relationship that you've ever had, but they're not him. And he feels the same way. So let's get more specific. I'm going to pull a Rumi to inspire us. And then I'm probably going to sing again. Whoa. It's like a party. Party. Feels lots of things about you. Lots of good things. Party, party. Okay. All right. Bottom of the deck is the 8 of Wands in reverse. And so that tells me that there's turning around. Dare I say, and like turning around and going up. So turning around, going up, and you were looking up, but you got to look down because that's where it's coming from. We got the Chariot in reverse, but I don't know, like it's just below really. It's just that it looks like it's in reverse, but it's just you're seeing it from the top down. I just feel like this more than movement is like there's a feeling of destiny, of fate, of like soulmatedness. as far as him and like a love partner is, whoever that is, that's uh, that's how he feels about you. Wow. All right. So like, no big deal. Whatever. It's like, you're pretty boss. What's coming through is it's like you remind him of something more than physical. It's like you can like adorned with all the physicality, and yet with all of this, he wouldn't describe you with any of this. Yeah. That resonates. You're identifying. But if it wasn't, like, don't feel any ways. You can always just like participate in being the world. And like, he thinks the world of you. Again, destiny, completion. And I reckon actually what's coming through is that there's a feeling of the time is now for him too. Again, I'm not getting a clear knowing of who you both are. You're certainly not aware of your feelings for each other. Or it's still stuck in like 3D game playing. And I don't mean game playing in like what I don't know the kids call playing the game. But I mean it's almost like the social niceties and the trying to break through them. Beautiful. Page of Pentacles. Capricorn. What I find rising signs to be very indicative of people's energy and mysterious because you kind of got to know them to know what they are. So keep that in mind. Beyond a studly cap, or maybe you're a studly cap. There's just like a youthful giving energy of like what's mine is yours. You think I'm done? I'm not done. There's a whole fucking party. I'm offline. This was the first card. Right? I was going to say I want to be you, but I think I am you too. Right? I don't like what you got the Nine of Pentacles, the World card, and the Empress. The High Priestess came out in reverse. Yo, I think all the hot chicks in the deck are here, yo. Hi, my name is Elliot. Just give me an email. Joking. I'm actually blushing a little bit. But seriously, you're revered and you're adored. And not because you ain't no papa. Right? It's because you are. Is that good? No? Yep. Boom! What? You also got the Sun card? Are you for... That's amazing. That's just amazing. You're the smile. You're the light in the smile. You're every day. Your play. You're what's easy. You're what he wants. It is a lot of wands, but it's a very wandy time. Fire, ideas. It's actually a lot. It's like all wands and pentacles. We had that, the four swords, and then pentacles, 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 wands, 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 and a whole whack of major arcana. I'm going to pull a Rumi card for you, and I think that you'll like it. And I like you. Thank you for joining me. That's fucking cool. Cosmic Heart. What number is that? Well, it's hard to see. It's hard to see. What number is that? What, are you kidding me? You kidding me? 8 again? I actually feel like now I'm being tricked. Goofed or whatever. Pulled, planked, whatever. This is the bottom of the deck. A new gown. You go, girl. 1-8 or 8-1. Ooh. That's cool, man. That's really cool. I'm going to read you the poem that is under it, because like, you can't unhear Rumi and be like, oh, I really wish I didn't hear that. See what I did there? Cosmic Heart. I was dead. I became alive. I was tears. I became laughter. Power of love arrived and made me everlasting power. I have seen everything. I have no fear. I have the heart of a lion. I shine like Venus. You got an empress here? Anyone? Empress? I hear it and weep. In sublime reverence, I bow to this living, beating, loving heart of the universe. It echoes throughout all of creation. Once, some time ago, I was deaf. I had not heard one true sound. Much noise, but no truth. So I believed in many things not worth believing in. Then, in a moment of my crisis that cracked my heart open, I was given a gift. Though I felt fear and confusion, a gift came to me more powerful than those temporary ailments. That gift was the ability to hear the sound of the hidden beneath all of life. I heard it, that sacred sound of the beating heart of universal love. Now I know that belief in unworthy things like fear and doubt is lunacy. Even my loneliness became unconvincing to me. We are animated by this living heartbeat, part of life that is sustained by it. You and I, the planets, the birds, and the fishes emerge from the great source because of this beating heart of the universe. It pumps life through our veins. What proof of this is needed? You live. That is the proof. I hear it everywhere now. It has become so loud, louder than any word of fear. It resonates through my soul and eclipses any tremor of anxiety. Oh, I love Aries. They're probably my favorite sign. And not like by thought, but by like virtue. So I hope that helped or was fun. I think it was fun. We had fun. You wanna help me? One last like little we'll trade. I'm gonna give you a list of 3 songs, and I'm gonna sing one of them. It's my little karaoke thing. How's that sound? All right. Yay. That was a really beautiful energy that you invited, opened, and like shed through me. Thank you for being here. I'm like uplifted by your vibration. Yeah, yeah. And by watching out for him, he's a king of wands. So really, it's the kind of looking that's like, try and take your eyes away. Just try. Yeah, basically. Hot guy come hot 2, I think. Oh, senorita. Like, you're hot as well. Okay, I'm gonna pick very different songs. We've got "Freak on a Leash" by Korn. We've got "Take Me to Church," Hosier. And "In Your Eyes" by Peter Gabriel. Hi, welcome. I thought it would be that one. Cool. It's like a guilty pleasure song. I love it. I actually like the Edwin McCain version. So I'm gonna sing this song, and then like I don't mind. Maybe I'll do a reading for anybody else that's here too. Because like if you're hanging out with me, watching, listening, every reading that you hear, your vibration and my vibration are becoming one. In fact, like we're singing together. That's how you got here. Let any tarot reading, any message be for you as well. And if it doesn't make sense or it doesn't resonate in like the feel good way, then it's lovely to find where the conflict is. Because if it's not comfortable, then there's something that's not comfortable. And then give it a kiss. It's not like making it go away. It's like making it stay and fit. Oh, yeah. Song makes me laugh. Oh, yeah. Whoa. Fucking advertising. I feel powerfully about things. Love. I get so lost sometimes. Days pass and this emptiness fills my heart. When I want to run away, I drive off in my car, but whichever way I go, I come back to the place you are, and all my instincts return, and the grand sun so soon will burn without a noise. Where out my bright light reach out from the inside in your eyes, the light that I am complete. The resolution of all the fruitless searches. Oh, I wanna be again. I wanna touch the light that I see in your eyes. It's like that, like love. I don't like to see so much pain, so much wasted, and this moment keeps slipping away. I get so tired working so hard for our survival. I learned entirely. Keep me awake, keep me alive. My instincts return soon, but without a noise when I'm not pride out from the inside. Whoa. Your eyes light me, I am complete. The resolution of all those resurgence. Oh, I want to be back. I wanna touch the light I see in your eyes. I'll stay in your voice. Wanna be incomplete, that means incomplete you. Accepting all lies done and seen. I want to stand and stare until there's nothing left out. All that remains therein, your eyes, ever comes and goes. All that's in your eyes, whatever's there in your eyes, in your eyes, in your eyes. Eyes, that's me and you. I'm an I, you're an I, me and you. Makes two. See what I did there? In your eyes. I gotta do one more song. I don't know what it is yet. It might be whatever the next song comes up as, because I'm on a roll. Oh, yeah. Oh, cool. Well, after this song, we will discover, uncover, question. Too alarming now. Talk about Take pictures, shake it out. Truth or consequence, say it out loud. You let never down, wrist it around. There goes my hero. There goes my hero. He's ordinary. Don't the best of them beat it out, while the rest of them just peter out. Truth or consequence, say it out loud. Use that evidence. Race it around. There goes my hero, watching as he goes. There goes my hero, he's ordinary. I play drums in real life. It's true, just not like percussion. What up? You're pretty ordinary too, right? Love. Kudos, my hero. Living on the best, you know, my hero. One night on my hero watches goes. There goes my hero, he's ordinary. Who needs extra? There goes my hero, watching as he goes. There goes my hero, he's ordinary like me. Oh yeah. Fun. I would say that, like, of all the like resonance building, chakra cleansing, with awareness, like trapezing, astral dimensions, my own psyche, my own heart, my connection with the divine. Like on your screen, it looks like I'm just singing, but where you are and where I am, there's like veils of resonance that's already singing the song, and this is all part of it. And it can be my hero, it can be Billie Jean, but there ain't no song that ain't already singing. And when you listen and you like, you can sing, like all singing is silent. It changes you. It also brings people together, makes people smile. I love it. So I love serving in this way. Do a little tear, and then thanks for joining the chorus. Yo. Okay. Can I just call you Kai? is it K like a knot, or K and knot, or Kai knot, K knot, K, or nat, or not. How does? Okay. So you started as friends, and you're still friends, but it's not over. Wicked. We'll see what comes up. That's cool. That's cool too. I can't imagine really anything following me being like, that's not cool, yo. Like, the way I read tarot might resonate a lot with people that are used to traditional, and it might, but I'm very do what I want, and not arbitrarily. I just adhere to a greater rhythm. Bottom of the deck, which is really funny because that was the bottom of the deck before, in the last reading that I did, and there's no reason it should be. So we'll leave it there, just like that's there. The first card. I don't want to speak too soon, but like, you can't fuck this up. Knight of Wands in reverse. For those just listening, that was the 10 of Cups previous, and the King of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Really, by description, that was the 10 of Cups, though, right? Can't fuck it up. King of Swords. Three of Swords, reverse, whatever that means. And the Page of Swords in reverse. So it's about vacation. So what's coming through most immediately is, you're right, you guys are early, like fun. It's like a really harmonious togetherness. It's blessed. And so as like another lover out there in the world, I really appreciate your appreciation of the good, because what is there is really good. I think that Belly's going to come back and go through a period of introspection. I think that the vacation is actually going to bring up self-conflicting things. Like she's facing her own truth. The Three of Swords does not mean heartbreak. Valley's going to come back a little bit confused. But it's not going to feel emotional for her. There's going to be almost like an irritation, but she's very in her head about it, which is neither here nor there. She's in her head about it, but what's in her head is coming from her heart. The only numbers that add up to 13, and that's blessed. I feel like this vacation has given her the opportunity to recognize a lacking in terms of passion, adventure, feeling safe in those energies. Like basically there's like this energy of the King of Wands that she's not, or doesn't have in her life, but I think it's more self-reflective, and she's coming at it from in her King of Swords place, though she sees herself as the page. I'm gonna pull another one. I'm gonna keep that king separate. It's not. But I will do that one more time for justice. Cool. All right. Two of Pentacles bottom. You know what? It's just easier to show you. This is more or less what just came out and how it looks. Those are good. All right, so that was the rainbow. And then over top that was the Ace of Cups in reverse. 10 of Swords, kind of like over there somewhere. The Two of Swords over that. The Ace of Swords pointing in a direction with the Empress. Really interesting. And what I wanted, what I was getting clarity about was you and your dynamic in the general energy of the query. And what I'm getting is caution around your emotions and the way that you feel about her. That it can be, it doesn't have to be, but it can be, like in potentiality, it can be too much. So let me say it again, but differently. It's not too much. But what I'm getting is that it's not where she's looking. So the Ace of Cups in reverse doesn't mean the cup itself is reversed, but only in reference to the drunkard. You know what I mean? Right? So you be here. And just notice when you could even be bringing up feelings of love or just that whole like side of things. and that will feel like maybe too much, or like that she can't grasp it, or she can't contain it. It's a lot of sword energy, so I'm getting maybe she's an air sign, maybe you're an air sign, but it's just a lot of thoughts, but they're responsible thoughts. The 10 of Swords, you'll know what she's gone through. So maybe this is what I'm getting, is that in her own way, she's going through her own little awakening. And in the manner of loving and healing and giving and receiving, basically just don't give her advice. In fact, if this is the reading suggestion you asked, so what I'm my intuition is that let her bring water to you. But when you come to her, come with your sword. Not to fight her, but fight alongside. Because this is actually a really positive and divine card. It's like rearranging. It's like finding all the things that you don't know and then rearranging them so that you can see them coming. They're coming from behind you, right? You're changing your perspective. She's going through this dark night of a soul, and I really mean fucking like King Arthur, because she's like wielding swords like a gangster. And I think that she thinks or sees you. No, you know what? She doesn't know just how much you know about what she's going through, because we live in this 3D paradigm where if you don't see it, it doesn't exist. And if you see it and I don't see you seeing it, it doesn't exist. But we know differently. And the way that this came out, I almost want to say, like, without putting any kind of like, I know that you're going to be in a loving relationship, no matter what. But in the story of the reading, it almost feels like just the way that she's crossing or whatever, it's like first the swords, then the cups, you know, like maybe she see you as someone like with that, like with like mental fortitude, maybe even in ways that she doesn't have, like looking to you for strength of a sword. Because the way the Ace of Swords came out, it was pointing at her, right? So I want to say also just to be mindful of your own field space and reclaim, when it feels like too much, your attention from this story. Because the way that you think about it could alter it, like in a way that creates delays or other like adverse. It's really just delays, because everything that happens. At least at this point, there's a lot of good going on. So in the dimensions and the realms and whatnot. So and just be mindful of the way your thoughts, your words, and where they're pointing, because she's going to be sensitive. But this Empress energy is beautiful. And I almost feel like it's the Empress is like looking down upon two Empress. Empri. Yeah, I think that's it. Does that help? I think, no, you wrote. Okay. My own thoughts about those feelings. Let her bring it up, but be attentive, because she's not going to bring it up like you're like that's L, and she's going to start at A, talking about A and then B and then C and then D, and you're going to be listening and you're not going to be thinking about L. But it's going to come up, and you're going to feel like this is the time to, and then you're going to feel nervous because you're like, oh shit, like this is it. Instead of like hyping yourself up to do it, to like make it, to like start at L, because your anxiety is not her energy to resolve. And if in your inner environment, your anxiety has to do with her energy in like this obviously positive way, like you love her, like you want to tell her the way that you feel, your course of action with the most loving intent would be to resolve the anxiety in a way that doesn't make it her problem. And if you force a conversation, or like do that kind of like, I want to say sitcom, like media streaming influence thing of like, hey, so and so, I'm so and so too, and I have a confession. I love you. Instead, especially since you're such good friends, it doesn't even matter how long you're friends for. Your friendship is evident. I think that actually putting in time as a romantic interest that is romantically detached, so as to be like an afterthought, that like you loving her and her loving you, let it be her idea, and then just be the person that she loves. Eventually she'll get the idea. I hope that helps. Yeah, it's magic, but it's because you're here and I'm here too, and you're being very clear in your energy. It's like a good song. It's gotten me so much trouble. It's gotten me out of so much trouble too. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That's great. I dig you. You're awesome. And like, really, thanks for going through these hard times. It hasn't been easy for any relationships for a very, very, very long time, but especially over the last like 3, 4, 8 years, 9 years. But it's because you're still here, despite the fact that love wasn't good enough. That Love is going to find you. That is a true story. Mm-hmm. Ow! Ow! I gotta be like gentle. I meant to do like this, but like, like I hit. I don't even know. Just like showing like there's one point where it's like not bone, but it's close to bone. I don't know, man. I just punched myself and it hurt. But anyways, boom, got you. Okay, I'm gonna sing one more song and then I'm going to go walk my dog. Yeah. KK, this is the exchange. I'm gonna list 3 songs and then you're gonna pick one. I'm gonna sing that song. Okay. That's if you want. It's actually you don't have to, but that can be like our give and give. Okay. Song 1. Okay. Childish Gambino, 3005. Frank Ocean, Thinking About You. Or Florence and the Machine, Over the Love. And I'm not sure you're still here. So I might just have to make that choice. We're just going to be Over the Love because it's the last thing I scrolled to. What up? Yeah. Yeah. I forgot to start it like that. Like scratching my butt. It's a really pretty song. Ever since I was a child, I've turned it over in my mind. I sang by the piano, I took my yellow dress and cried. No, I don't wanna see what I've seen to undo what has been done. Turn off all the lights and let the morning go. Now there's green light in my eyes, and my lover is on my mind. I sing it from the piano. Tear my yellow dress and cry and cry and cry over the love of you. On this champagne drunken home against the current. Oh, everybody see my love. God It's the feeling that you get when you're crossing bridges to the city. I don't want to see what I've already seen. Turn the lights off until you let that morning go. Now there's green light in my eyes and my lover's my mind, and I sing from the piano. I tell my yellow dress. It doesn't make me, but I still cry. Yeah. Cry and cry. Yeah. I'm insulted for how it didn't actually do the whole song. It gave a little blurb about thanks and I love you. But there's like the rest of the song. I feel, ugh. You can't, ugh, 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 ugh. Quickly, something, now. Okay, just this. Okay, last song for real now. Oof. It must be your skin I'm singing. It must be for real. 'Cause now I can feel I don't mind that it's not my kind or not my time. To wonder why everything gone white now, everything's gray now. You're here now, you're away. I don't want this. Remember that I'll never forget where you're at. Don't let the days go by glistening. I'm never alone, I'm alone all the time. Are you at one or two? Night we live in will where everyone steals, but when we rise it's like strawberry fields. If I treat you bad, you bruise my face. I couldn't love you more. You've got a beautiful taste. I couldn't have been easier on you. I couldn't change, though I wanted to. You should have been there for you, me now, and fear you, me listening. Listening. Don't let the years go by. Glycerine, my glycerine, glycerine. Oh, glycerine. Oh, glycerine. Oh, glycerine. Black moon once again. Your black moon, what again? She falls around me. I needed you more, wanted us less. Could not kiss, just regress. It might just be clear and simple and plain. Well, that's just fine, that's just one of mine names. Don't let the days go by. Could have been easier on you. You, glycerine. Not me, like I'm easy on you, yeah, but like life, love, could have been easy on you. Glycerine. All right, I don't have an audience, so I'm just gonna keep singing. I do have one. Yeah, I'm gonna do this and then I'm gonna smoke. Thank you for joining me. And if you're listening to this at any point, I hope that the whole world could be so lucky. What? Chop suey? Oh. Love it. My dog's like, I know this song. I think it goes buck wild. Karaoke fucking copyright is so good. As in, like, happy. So confused. Wake up, gotta wake up, shake out, table. You wanted to, you wanted to, wanted to. I don't think you trust in my sunrise just away. I'm trying just deserve to die. Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Why can't you get up on the table? You wanted to, you wanted to. I don't think you trust in my self-righteous inside and I'm right. When angels deserve to die, and my self-righteous sunlight, when angels deserve. What? Father, 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 into your hands I commend my spirit. Why have you forsaken me in your thoughts, your heart? Why have you forsaken me? Trust my self-righteous. Somewhere inside I cry. And then just deserve to die in my suicide. Yeah, yeah. Okay, one more song. Oh, thank you for joining me. All right. Okay, there it is. Nope. dedicated to you if you watch this for us. Tell me that you turned down the man who asked for your hand, 'cause you're waiting for me, and I know you're gonna be away a while, but I've got no plans at all to leaving. Would you take away my hopes and my dreams? Stay with me. All my senses collide while I'm stumbling on and wrong as I have ever been. Not never leave again. You are the only one, and all my friends have gone to find another place and let their hearts collide. Just promise me you'll never leave again, 'cause you're the only one. Take my hand and my heart and soul, and I only have these eyes for you, and you know that everything changes, but we'll be strangers if we don't see this through. You could stay within these walls and leave, or just stay with me. Come to life, senses stumbling home as I ever, never again, 'cause you are the only one. All my friends have gone to find another place, and then their hearts collide. Just promise me you'll always be a friend. I'm stumbling off wrong, getting myself lost, and I am so gone. I listen to sad songs, singing about love, where it goes wrong. Singing about my tunes that love. All I know is that all my senses, they come to life. And while I'm stumbling home, as drunk as I've ever been, I know that I'll never leave again, because you're the only one. And all my friends have gone to find another way to let their hearts collide. Just promise me you'll always be a friend, 'cause you're the only one. Songwriters are divine. Like, you're the only one isn't like I had to make sure, so I checked all the numbers. It's like, 'cause you're the only one, because when I left I realized I never leave, so I promised I'd never leave again. Because that's just a promise to be mistaken. I love you. Thank you for joining me. I hope that you feel my love. More. Morgan, the most. You're great. I believe in the good. And it comes through. Me and you. Love you. Bye.